Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Absentminded Cooking, where today we are going to be making some Dak Bulgogi, which is chicken bulgogi, which is basically just, how would you say, traditional Korean barbecue. But instead of using beef, we're using chicken. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. I was a little more preactive, or not preactive, but did a little more pre-planning than I did in my last one. And the camera angle's a little bit better, you know? Alright, so first off, we got a bowl. We're going to be mixing a lot of ingredients here in this bowl. Let me go ahead and turn this camera over a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So first off, we have 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to put that in the bowl. Alright, and now we have 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce into this bowl. Obviously, all these ingredients are about to go into this bowl, along with the chicken. So that's that. Then we have 3 tablespoons of sugar. Wow. We have 1 or 2 tablespoons of mirin. We're going to add that into there. We have 1 tablespoon of what is this little light corn syrup? Add that in. That one might take a little bit. So that's doing that. We have 1 tablespoon of mixed garlic right there. Oh, you're looking at my backside. Alright, so boom. There goes some of that good old-fashioned garlic right up in there. And now we have a tablespoon of sesame oil. Throw that in there. And a 1/4 cup of black pepper. So, if you can't tell, soy sauce, oyster sauce, sugar, mirin, light corn syrup, garlic, sesame oil, and black pepper. Boom, all right there. Now we about to give this a little whisk with a little whisker. Get all this mixed up good and together. Smelling mighty fine, mighty fine. I don't want y'all looking at my backside all the entire time. I'm just gonna look at you while I look at the flick of it. You know what I'm saying? Just get this all whisked in together. Now I'm going to grab my handy dandy gloves. Bow. Well, glove. Just the one. I think I might need like a tripod or something. Make this cooking videos a little more useful. Alright, so over here I have already cut up 2 pounds or 2 chicken breasts, which is about 1 pound. So now I'm about 1.5 pounds roughly. So I'm about to throw that in here. Bloop, 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 bloop. And don't worry, I just cut this chicken up right before I turned this video on. So it ain't been sitting out in the open for a long periodical amount of time. So we're going to give this a good little mix. And we are going to push, make sure everything is covered. We are going to grab some plastic wrap. Ew, get off me. Don't touch me. Throw that glove away. Ew, I got some on my finger. Wash my hands real quick. Alright, now I'm about to throw some plastic wrap over the top of it, and we will let it marinate, or marinate rather, for 30 minutes or overnight. We are going, so I'm going to have it marinated for 30. Make sure your plastic wrap gets on there nice and tight, you know what I'm saying? Nice and tight. Boom. Nice and tight. Throw this in the fridge. Bow. And I will see y'all in about 30 minutes. So, like I said, let that soak, let that marinade, get all the good flavoring and the juices soaked up into it. Then when I get back, after that 30 minutes up, we're going to start the cooking. So, just hold tight for a little bit. We're going to get it going. All right, it has been 30 minutes since we had this chicken marinated. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next step. You feel me? All right, so now that that's done, we got our 2 tablespoons of neutral tasting oil, which for our hair we're going to be using some good old-fashioned grapeseed oil. So we're going to add, and while this was marinating, I done already cut up some green onions and a yellow onion. Let's go ahead and get this this stove going. Throw this oil in there. Alright, so while this is warming up, you know, how you guys been doing? Y'all been alright? Oh, put your stuff away. Oh yeah, and what I didn't say before is, again, make sure you clean your kitchen as you go, because it is a pain in the derriere if you wait to the end. And trust me, I know, because I normally wait until the end to get everything cooked, or to get everything clean. Oh. So, you know, now we're just sitting here waiting for this oil. It's almost ready though. It's almost ready. It's almost ready like Freddy. Go ahead and put this back down a little bit. So now, once that is, we're gonna put these green onions in there. Oh, and I got me some red pepper powder. No, I say that's probably maybe like equivalent to like one pepper, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. And this thing need to hurry up. So do that, then add that, then do that. Then remove the chicken from the marinade, place it in the skillet, increase that. Alright, boom. This is up to temp. Let's go ahead and get these. These in there. Get these cooking for about a minute or so. Well, maybe up to a minute, I should say, depending on how your fire want to be hot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your fire ain't hot enough. Sometimes it's too hot. But luckily, they say cook until fragrant, which is right about now. Now we're going to add this pepper in here. Bow! Like Emeril Lagasse, you say, kick it up a notch. Alright, well, let's get this chicken opened. Throw you in there. Alright, now that that's there, now we're going to add this chicken. Do-do-do. You hear that? That's the sound of amazing. Now to get this cooking up some more, or get this stirred up. Make sure we don't burn these little bitty onions that's in there. And I will say, this does smell pretty good. It smells really good actually. So let me go ahead and throw this on high. So once you add the chicken, so remember you're sauteing your onions and your pepper on medium heat. Then once you put the chicken in there, crank that bad boy up to high and continue cooking until all your chickens is done. And then once they done, then we gonna add this white or the yellow onion in there. And this gonna be ready to go. Then we gonna be ready for plating. So let me go ahead and grab some plates real fast. Got some plates. Let me get the little rice spatula or paddle, however you want to call it. Yeah, soy sauce. Well, I tell you what, this thing is smelling better than butter. Chicken dance. Not your traditional chicken dance, but you know, chicken dance nonetheless. But anyway, as I was gonna say earlier, how y'all been doing? Y'all been alright? I've been alright too. Trying to figure out what next meals I'm gonna be cooking. And as I told my people before, I'm like my cooking, I'm good at cooking about 50% of the time. The rest of the time, not that great. But I'm working on it. You know what I'm working on it. We're going to get better. My big thing for me to cook was breakfast. I love cooking breakfast. So just a little tip, if you didn't know, because most of y'all probably did know, while you're putting your eggs in a bowl before while you're scrambling them up in a bowl before you put them in a pot, throw a little bit of milk in there. Make them fluffy. Make them taste just a wee bit special. I said I probably had this cooking for probably like another 3 or so minutes. And then throw that onion in there. And then get the rice on the plate. And then, wow, it's going to be so good, you're going to love the way it tastes. You're going to love the way it tastes. I hope. I hope. Do I know for certain? Nah, I don't know for certain. I'm just, go. I'm winging it for the most part. I'm winging it with a cookbook. Simply Korean. Oh, it do be smelling good though. And the onion, I just cut it in half and then, cut it in slices. Nothing too fancy. How thick are the slices? As thick as you want them to. I mean, not as thick as you want them to be. It's fairly fairly thin slices, you know. Like unless you like onions like that and you just want to be chopping down on onions and stuff, then as that candle said in Beauty and the Beast, be my guest. I mean, he said R, but I ain't saying R. You know, I don't really know how them cooking shows be doing. Cause what we talking about? You know what we talking about? We talking about the love of food and food from different cultures. You know, I'm Native American and black, but and the most Asian food I would eat is going to one of those little Chinese takeout spots and get some fried chicken and some some fried rice and some sweet and sour chicken. That was the most of my Asian eating. Then got older, had some Japanese food, some Korean food, some Filipino food actually, some food from Guam, and amazing food. I love Asian food. They're so flavorful and they're so light. Now you're gonna throw these onions in. Except for that one. We ain't gonna throw that one in there. Now give it a good little mix up. Cook this for about a minute, let the onions get a little soft. Just so you know, we ain't eat that. My hand is hot from this fire. Alright, onions look nice and soft. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this fire off. Let that sit like so. Wash my hands real quick. I'm not real big on soy sauce, and goodness gracious, that water was hot. Good googly moogly, that water was hot. But yeah, not even really doing soy sauce for the moment. Well, for the most part, I used to eat a lot of soy sauce, but not so much anymore. Go ahead and get that going on right there. Well, my daughter, she loves some soy sauce. And she loves to eat. But that's all kids though. Kids just be eating. Soy sauce right there. Bye. Alright. Soy sauce. Let's go ahead and get some plating going on. Get your ass back on that bed. Get on that bed of rice, boy. That one. Now we got this one. My daughter don't like onions, but she's gonna have to pick them. Might as well make everybody else plates while I'm making mine. And then once I get off, you know what? I ain't fooling around with you. Alright. Out of that, like that. Let's go ahead and have a good old-fashioned taste test. Let's see what this hitting for. Some of this, some of that. Grab this little piece of chicken. It ain't bad. I would definitely recommend cutting the onions a tad bit smaller than what I did. But apart from that, c'est magnifique. Delicious. As I said the last time, 10 out of 10. I will definitely make this again. But anyway, I hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all able to try to recreate this this meal, if not from what I said from the cookbook or a recipe online, however you feel like doing it. So don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, comment. If I know how to try to cook, if I can try to figure out how to cook something, I'll cook it. Just let me know what y'all think, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all take it easy.